Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best 27-inch gaming monitor.
Starting at number 5.
LG 27-inch QHD. If you don't need a 4K monitor like the Gigabyte M27U, you can choose from plenty of cheaper options with a lower resolution. If that's what you're interested in, the LG 27GP850B is an excellent gaming monitor, but with a lower 1440p resolution, images aren't as detailed. However, this is the main trade-off for getting something cheaper. You can also find it as the 27GP83BB at various retailers. Both models are excellent for gaming. It has fantastic motion handling with any refresh rate, and the 27GP850B variant also has a backlight strobing feature to reduce persistence blur, so you know motion looks smooth with most games. It has FreeSync VRR support and is also GSANC compatible, which is great if you have an NVIDIA graphics card. It has a native 165Hz refresh rate, and the 27GP850B model has an optional overclock feature to boost it up to 180Hz. However, if you want an even higher refresh rate, consider other 1440p options with a 240Hz native refresh rate, like the Dell Alienware AW2723DF or the LG 27GR83QB. However, those cost more, so they're only worth getting if you take advantage of the high refresh rates.
Coming at number 4.
Gigabyte 27-inch 4K. If you find the Sony INZONE M9 still too expensive, a mid-range option like the Gigabyte M27U is a good alternative. It's very similar because it has a 4K resolution for the same detailed images and a slightly higher 160Hz refresh rate, delivering excellent gaming performance. However, the main trade-off is that it has worse picture quality with an inferior local dimming feature. It also supports only 24 gigabits per second of HDMI 2.1 bandwidth compared to 40 gigabits per second on the Sony, which means your graphics card needs to use compression for high bandwidth signals, which could negatively impact the picture quality. However, you'll still be happy with this monitor unless you need the best picture quality possible. Besides that, it has everything you'd expect to find in a gaming monitor, like support for all common VRR formats. It also has a fast response time and even has a backlight strobing feature that aims to improve the appearance of motion. This works at the same time as VRR, which is something many monitors can't do. You can consider other 4K gaming monitors with better motion handling, like the LG 27GR93UB, but it also costs more, so the Gigabyte offers the best value.
At number 3.
Sony 27-inch INZONE M9. If you're concerned about permanent burn-in risk or just want something slightly cheaper, consider the Sony INZONE M9. Without an OLED panel, it doesn't deliver the same deep blacks as the ASUS ROG Swift OLED PG27 AQDM. However, it still has an okay local dimming feature that helps improve the black levels, and it also gets bright enough for highlights to pop. If you care about picture quality and want something that gets even brighter with a better local dimming feature, the INZONE 27M2V is also a good choice, but it's sometimes harder to find. One advantage of the Sony over the ASUS is that it has a higher 4K resolution, which results in more detailed and sharper images. It also has HDMI 2.1 bandwidth that lets you take full advantage of HDMI 2.1 graphics cards and current-gen gaming consoles. It even has a few features you can only use with the PS5 like auto HDR tone mapping to optimize the HDR performance in games. In terms of its gaming performance, it has good motion handling and VRR support to reduce screen tearing, but it has a max refresh rate of 144Hz, much lower than the 240Hz on the ASUS.
Number 2 of my list.
ASUS ROG Swift 27-inch. The best 27-inch gaming monitor we've tested is the ASUS ROG Swift OLED PG27 AQDM. It's a 1440p OLED monitor with fantastic gaming performance and excellent picture quality. It has a 240Hz refresh rate with variable refresh rate, VRR, support to reduce screen tearing, and it provides a near-instantaneous response time for incredible motion handling. Its OLED panel even offers excellent picture quality, especially if you game in dark rooms. This is because it has a near-infinite contrast ratio for deep blacks, and the monitor gets bright enough to make highlights pop. However, this technology has some drawbacks, as OLEDs risk permanent burn-in with constant exposure to the same static elements over time. If you play different games or watch varied content, this isn't a major concern, though, and you still get fantastic gaming performance. Another downside of this monitor is that there are bugs with its HDR performance and input lag on its original firmware, so you need to update it to the latest firmware for the best performance. If that concerns you, you can also consider the LG 27GR95QEB, which uses the same panel and has fewer bugs out of the box, but doesn't get as bright.
And number 1.
ASUS ROG Swift 27-inch. Monitors with a 27-inch screen size are one of the most popular sizes on the market, even if larger screens are becoming more common. These displays range from the most entry-level 1080p monitors to 4K gaming powerhouses, including those with high refresh rates. Choosing the right combination of resolution and refresh rate depends on your budget and what type of games you play. For example, someone who plays the latest games in HDR needs a different monitor than someone building their first gaming PC setup on a tight budget. Regarding a monitor's gaming performance, it's important to consider its input lag, although most have low enough input lag for a responsive feel. Its response time is also beneficial for gaming, as a fast response time results in minimal motion blur behind fast-moving objects. While there's no perfect solution for everyone, thinking about your personal needs is a good place to start when shopping for a 27-inch gaming monitor. We've bought and tested more than 300 monitors, and below are our recommendations for the best 27-inch gaming monitors available to buy. See our picks for the best gaming monitors, the best 27-inch monitors, and the best 32-inch monitors if you want something bigger.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.